Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Infinix Hot 30 versus the Infinix Note 30. And Infinix Note 30 is powered by MediaTek Helio G99 SoC with 8 GB of RAM, while the Infinix Hot 30 is powered by MediaTek Helio G88 SoC with 8 GB of RAM. So on the back we have a dual cameras on both phones, and Infinix Note 30 has a 64 megapixel f1.7 aperture main camera. Then we have a 2 megapixel which is a depth sensor, while Hot 30 has a 50 megapixel main camera. Then we have 1 megapixel which is a depth sensor, and the back of the Note 30 is made up of glass, while on the Hot 30 we have plastic back, and the frames on both phones is made up of plastic. We have fingerprint scanner inside the power button on both phones. On the bottom we have our USB-C with headphone jack, and Infinix Note 30 as well as the Hot 30 both phones also has stereo speakers. So I'm excited to show you that how much a difference between the Infinix Hot 30 versus the Infinix Note 30. So without any wasting time, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. So logos came up first on the Infinix Note 30, and both phones is running on Android 13. We have XOS version 13 versus the XOS version 12.6. We have latest available softwares on both phones. So Note 30 is going to be the fastest one, which is expected of course. As you can see, Note 30 is faster when it comes to booting up, and Hot 30 is taking a lot of time. And now the Hot 30 is also done. As you can see, we have 3 or 4 second difference between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. Infinix Hot 30 has a 6.7-inch Full HD plus IPS LCD display with 90Hz refresh rate with a center punch hole on the top, while on the right hand side we have Infinix Note 30 which has a 6.7-inch Full HD plus IPS LCD display, but we have 120Hz refresh rate with a center punch hole, and the bottom chin it is actually more smaller on the Infinix Note 30. So now let's see apps opening speed. No application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Phone dialer slightly faster on the Hot 30. Next on the list is the settings, and that is exactly the same. And now let's go to the display on both phones, and let me show the refresh rate. So you can see we have 120Hz refresh rate versus the 90Hz. We also have auto option on both phones, but in my usage auto option it is not really optimized. As you can see, and the display is more brighter on the Infinix Note 30, while the Infinix Hot 30 it automatically dropped the brightness after some time. So now check out some more apps. Amazon shopping, and that is little faster on the Infinix Note 30. And now let's see the scrolling feels really smooth, as you can see. And now let's open this, slightly faster on the Infinix Note 30 again. So now check out some games application, and this way we should see a difference between the Helio G88 versus the Helio G99. Slightly faster on the Infinix Note 30. Instagram again slightly faster. Let's pin out, slightly faster on the Note 30. Snapchat slightly faster. Spotify slightly faster on the Note 30. Subway Surfer, MediaTek Helio G99 is performed faster, as you can see. So in the Subway Surfer we have a 2 or 3 second difference, as you can see. So let me show the speakers on both phones. First on the Hot 30, this is a Hot 30 with max volume. And here is the Infinix Note 30. Yes, on the speakers it is a little more louder on the Note 30. Also has a lot more bass as compared to the Hot 30 speakers. And now let's see temper and 2. Infinix Note 30 is taking the lead in every single application. So in the temper and 2 again we have 3 or 4 second difference. And now let's see PUBG Mobile, big game. So Infinix Note 30 is done, as you can see, and the Hot 30 it is also right behind there. That's really unexpected. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on both phones, but in my opinion both phones does not give you a really good gaming. Both phones is automatically drop the brightness, and Infinix Note 30 is produce a lot more heat because of the glass back, so I don't recommend the Infinix Note 30 or the Hot 30. And now let's open X, and that is exactly the same. And now let's open Z, and Z it is open up faster on the Note 30, slightly faster there, but not a big difference obviously. And now let's see the scrolling on both phones. Scrolling wise, and Note 30 it is a more smoother phone because of the 120Hz. Also the 90Hz it is not really stable in some applications on the Hot 30 because of the overheating issue. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones. Default camera application, let's see which one will open the camera faster. So Note 30 it is slightly faster. So now look at the front facing camera, and the front facing camera it is much more better on 8 megapixel. On the Hot 30 it looks much better, while on the Note 30. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. Now let's open wikipedia.org. Slightly faster on the Infinix. Scrolling wise, really smooth I would say on the Infinix Note 30. Same thing zooming in and out. As you can see, we see a hiccup on the Hot 30 which you don't find at all on the Infinix Note 30. So now let's open this English tab. Note 30 it is slightly faster. Scrolling wise, in the normal scrolling you don't see a difference. So next on the list is apple.com. Apple.com it is open up faster on the Hot 30, so that's really surprising. And now let's see the scrolling. As you can see in the scrolling it feels really smooth on the Note 30, while on the Hot 30 you can see the hiccupness. As you can see, not really smooth. So now let's see RAM measurement on both phones, and both phones has 8 GB of RAM. Now let's see that how both phones is gonna perform. Phone dialer still there. Settings, Amazon shopping, refresh on the Note 30. Candy Crush Saga, refresh. Instagram, slightly refresh. Pinout, Snapchat, that seems like refresh on both phones. Spotify, refresh. Subway Surfer, again refresh on the Note 30. So RAM measurement still really bad on the Note 30. Temper 2, that is still there. PUBG, still there on both phones. Now let's open X. Zedge, that is in-app refresh on the Note 30. Last, we're back to the internet browser where we left, as you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Infinix Note 30 overall is perform faster than the Infinix Hot 30 in every single application, most of the time in games, because in games we constant see a 3 or 4 second difference between these devices. So in terms of the RAM device in that area, and the Infinix Note 30 is perform really bad in the RAM measurement, while Hot 30 is perform excellent in the RAM measurement. Both phones also has a 5000 mAh battery size. We have 45 watt fast charging, while Hot 30 has a 33 watt. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Infinix Hot 30 versus the Infinix Note 30. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and follow me on Instagram as well as on X, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.